welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Andrew Bustos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day. I hope you're doing it. I hope you're crushing it. I hope you're conquering life. I hope you are just getting after it. So, if your schedule is packed and time feels like your biggest obstacle to working out, this episode is for you. So, I have a busy client right now that started off with me. She's so busy. She is busy, busy, busy. Entrepreneur. She has a lot of obstacles ahead of her. She also has a family. She has children. She's just busy. So I had to convince her. I said, I got to convince you. I have to convince you on this. That 15-minute workouts are great for times like this, especially summer is coming to an end. School is about to start. So we can't forget our workouts. So I said, here's what we got to do. We got to make sure that we're at least working out 3 days a week for 15 minutes. I need you to grab your kettlebell. I need you to be swinging that kettlebell. I need you to be squatting that kettlebell. I need you to be moving with that kettlebell, but only 15 minutes. What do you say? And you know what she told me? She said yes. So I thought that was cool because I don't want her missing out on her workouts. I want her to keep coming and seeing me, but I also get it that time is so valuable. And right now, things change, seasons. We're all in different seasons. So let me tell you what you're going to learn in this episode. I have some notes. So what you're going to be learning, why short workouts work, the science behind intensity over duration, and how to make 15 minutes incredibly effective. The thing that we preach a lot over the years is 15 and 20-minute workouts is truly all that you need. Now, it's got to be intense, which it is intense. If you get a chance to go over to my YouTube channel, I actually take you through, there's 3 different workouts right now. They're up and loaded, but I work out with you pretty much for 15 minutes, and everything that you see, the entire video is not edited. It's just me working out for 15 minutes. And I'm telling you, I filmed all 15 minutes. I guess I filmed 3 workouts. Each were 15 minutes, but I filmed them back to back to back, and then I uploaded them. But anyways, so I did a 45-minute workout. I was toasted. But after 15 minutes, I was like, man, I'm good. But I had to keep going because I had a video. But I'm telling you, short workouts work. So here's the thing. Let's start off with this. The time excuse and why it's so outdated, guys. Why it's so outdated. What we're told. This is what we're told online. This is what we see. This is what someone has told you. If I go to a party, this is something that is my personal, just like, oh, but I get it. It comes with the territory. But when I go to parties or I go to gatherings, events, get-togethers, and we have to speak, we have to talk to each other, the number one question that we all get is, what do you do for a living? So I'm a trainer. I'm a coach. The person I'm talking to may not be in the greatest shape, may not be focusing on their nutrition, but as soon as I say, hi, I'm a personal trainer, they're like, oh, well, there's questions, right? There's always something. I've been eating a little too much, my midsection. What can I do to lose 5 pounds? But that's always what is asked of me whenever they find out what I do, which I think it's great. It comes with the territory. But I think the things that we're preached to constantly throughout the week, daily, minute by minute, is you need an hour a day to work out. More time equals more results. And that's not true. That isn't a true thing. I don't believe that you need more time to get results. You just need to be consistent. You just need to be consistent in everything that you're doing. And it has to be intense. I do believe that if you are working out for 15 to 20 minutes every single day, it needs to be intense. Like I said, go to YouTube. You get to see an intense workout. All I'm doing is using a kettlebell. But what I'm getting at is what you're preached is outdated. You don't need those things. You don't need to work out an hour a day. And I think what happens as we hit this finish journey, as we're building this up, right? You're sitting there, you're thinking about Monday, and you're like, I'm going to hit it hard Monday. I'm going to get after it. But yet you haven't worked out. You haven't done anything in the last 5-6 months. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to work out 5 days this next week. It starts Monday. I'm going to eat whatever I want over the weekend, and I'm just going to hit it as hard as I can. Monday comes, you work out, right? That first time. Let's say you did a 15, 20-minute workout. You're going to be sore the next day. You're probably going to be less likely to work out the next day after that from being sore. That's just I guess that's just the numbers. That's the stats. You won't. And I this was something that I heard long ago, but I think if you can shoot for, and this is something I used to preach to, at least twice a week, 2 workouts a week, starting out for 30 days. That gives you 8 workouts for the month for 30 days. If you were to start there, that'd probably be a good starting point. So if you're ready to start Monday, start with 2 times a week. That's it, just 2 times a week, and then you can build up. Doesn't that feel kind of refreshing though? Even as I say it, it kind of feels like, wow, man, I don't have to worry about that, Andrew. I can kind of relax a little bit because I think we get so overwhelmed. And then the comparison game too is always played. If you start scrolling, you're looking through your Instagram, your YouTube Reels, whatever the heck, YouTube Shorts, YouTube, Instagram Reels, everything. You just compare yourself to so many different people, right? You see somebody that's in shape, or they're living this life, or they're living that life, and you think, oh, they're working out for 2 hours a day, they're going to the gym doing their cardio, and then they're doing their weights. That's not really realistic. It's not reality for you busy people. I get that. And that's not what we're preaching here. We're preaching simplicity. We're preaching short. We're preaching real life. So reality for busy adults. Most people don't have an hour, right? You don't have an hour. And that's okay. I think give yourself some freedom in that. You have work, you have family, you have energy for only 15 minutes might be all that you get. On Saturdays, Kate and I, we like to work out at the house. And we've decided that we can't work out at the house on Saturdays because the kids are there and they want our attention. You know this if you're a parent, you know this if you're a grandparent. They want your attention, and it's harder for us. So there's always like, and I get frustrated. I'm a frustrated workouter. And if you come and interrupt me, I will get kind of ticked off, which I shouldn't. I should get better at that. But I'm just being honest with you. So we've decided we're not going to do that. We can't do that anymore. We're going to have to find a different solution. So that's something in the future too. We got to figure out something. Even with us, even fitness pros, man, we do lose energy. We do get tired because we're coaching you all day. Just kidding, but we do get tired. We do have those things. So I think give yourself some freedom in that. Give yourself some grace in that, and just know that that's not real reality. It's not. So the mindset shift is big. So stop thinking in hours and start thinking in effort. I want you to write that down if you can. Stop thinking in hours and start thinking in effort, because effort is what matters. There's discipline, there's consistency, and even just the other day, I was about to hit my workout. My good buddy Caleb, I've talked about him before on here. He's younger than me by many years, but he is kind of a mentor to me because he says the right things at the right time. And he said, yeah, but that's why I said something like, oh, I don't feel like working out today. And he goes, well, that's when you need to do it the most. And he was right, man. After I got done with the workout, I felt so great. So even I have those moments. You have those moments, and I have to stop thinking about time and start thinking more about effort. And that's a big deal. So here's why 15-minute workouts work. Here's why they work. Intensity over duration. It's not about how long you work out. It's about how hard you work in the time that you have. And that's big for me. I'm not talking about killing yourself with burpees, which I love burpees. I do love them. But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about destroying yourself. I'm just talking about putting in the right amount of effort and work ethic whenever you're exercising. So even if it's like a simple workout, like we're going to do 15 kettlebell swings, we're going to do 15 goblet squats, we're going to do 15 push-ups, and then we're going to do 30 jumping jacks. But we're going to hit it hard for 15 minutes. I'm going to hit 5 rounds pretty tough, and I'm going to get after it because that's all the time that I have. So once I'm done, I'm done. That's over with. Now it's on to the rest of my day, or it's on to the rest to finish my day, or it's whatever it may be. You see my point there? I hope you do. I hope you do see my point there. So I want to talk about the afterburn effect. This is called EPOC. So short, intense workouts equals burn calories even after you're done. So when you strength training, so a lot of the workouts that we do, it's strictly strength training and kettlebell strength training, dumbbell strength training, body weight. We use everything pretty much, but strength training is so important because when you are the afterburn effect, you burn calories after you're finished. When you're working out, you are breaking down muscle tissue. So which also requires caloric burn or you burning calories. But the magic happens when you're finished. That's why it's so important that you eat protein to help build those muscles back up, because you broke them down. You don't necessarily build in the gym. You train and you exercise and you get stronger in the gym in your workouts. It's afterwards. It's how you're sleeping. It's the amount of protein that you're intaking. It's how you're hydrating. It's all of those things play a role. And there's many more, right? You know this, you've heard this a million times from me, but I think a lot of times we don't realize that even 15, 20 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Think about 6 months from now. Think about 8 months from now, 10 months from now, 12 months from now, 5 years from now, how much better and how greater you will feel, especially mentally too. That's a big one now, mental. I, if I didn't work out and I didn't throw weight around, I think I would be a total like just kind of crazy. And I can't do that. I can't be like that. So I need to work out because I know my wife couldn't handle that. My kids couldn't handle that. So muscle activation plus metabolic demand. So like I said, kettlebell swing, squats, push-ups. You have squat jumps. You have jumping jacks. You have all sorts of different exercises with the kettlebell. Get your heart rate up and they build strength. They're just going to help you to activate those muscles big time. Your focus and your effort go up when time is tight. I truly do believe that. 15 minutes, no distractions, no scrolling, no coasting. You just hit it hard. 20 minutes, 15 minutes, you just go after it and you dominate your workout. How does that sound? To me, I don't know, when I'm talking today, I feel like it's almost freeing that I don't have to work out for an hour to get results. And I think that's a big, big thing. Here's a pro tip for you. We use formats like AMRAPs, EMOMs, rounds. So as many rounds as possible. If you've ever heard I guess it's the acronym AMRAP, AMRAP, is as many rounds as possible. So if you've ever seen that written or anything, all it means is if I do a 15-minute workout, it's a 15-minute AMRAP. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how many rounds and reps I can do within that time frame. And then I'm just going to keep a little log of it too, a score. An EMOM is every minute on the minute. I love EMOMs. If anybody knows, ever worked out with me, I love EMOMs. All that means is I'm going to complete an exercise every minute on the minute. So let's say I did 15 kettlebell swings, then I'm going to rest for the remainder of a minute. So if I did that in 45 seconds, I would have 15 seconds of rest. And then I would do it again, or I can pick another exercise to do. That kind of gives you just kind of an easy way to understand these. And then you have rounds. So we do things for how many rounds can we do? So 5 rounds of however many exercises and reps and things. So that's kind of a pro tip to help you structure your workouts. If you need help with that, you can always reach out, BUSTOS Training. We can help you with that too. How to structure a powerful 15-minute workout. So let's go through this. I want to talk about how to do this. So this is how I structure my workouts, how I structure my programming. And I want you to pick 3 to 5 full body movements. So things like swings, squats, presses, rows, push-ups, snatches, figure eights. What else do we got? Single leg RDLs. There's so much, right? We can just name them all, but I want you to pick 3 to 5. So let's say we wanted to do 5 exercises today. So we have our swings, we have our squats, we have our presses, we have our rows, we have our push-ups. And I want you to pick a format. So we can do it 3 different ways. I'm gonna give you 3 different examples. So we have a 15-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. We have a 15-minute EMOM, and we'll go ahead and pick 3 exercises instead of 5. I could actually use all 5 of them too. If I did within that 15 minutes as well, I could do those 5 exercises, but they'd be 3 rounds. So I would do 15 swings, 15 squats, 15 presses, 15 rows, and then 15 push-ups. So I would do those within that minute, and then I would rest for the remainder of the minute. Not all of them, but I would pick minute 1 would be swings, minute 2 would be squats, minute 3 would be presses, minute 4 would be rows, and minute 5 would be push-ups, and then I would start at the top again on the swings. And then lastly, the circuit. I like the circuits. I like the rounds. So 5 rounds. You could do 30 seconds each exercise, and then you could rest for 15 seconds between the exercise. Do you see the variety that I have here? There's so much variety that you can really structure it however you'd like. That's what I love about it. So minimal equipment needed. So we have kettlebells, we have dumbbells, we have body weight. You can always use like sandbells, sandbags. We have at the house, we have Y bells. We use Y bells a lot. What else do we have? Gosh, we have boxes. There's all sorts of things, but really, realistically, keep it as simple as possible. So you want to make sure that you warm up too. So really, all you need is like a 2 to 5 minute warm up. You don't need more than that. Really easy. I love the come down, touch your toes. I love Spider-Man stretches. I love rotations. I love squats. Air squats are great. And there's so many things that you can do. 2 minute prep. That's all you need. But that's how you kind of structure your workout. That's as simple as it gets when you're structuring it. So I don't want to confuse you too much. That's as simple as I want to do it. Just like the workouts, our podcast episodes aren't very long. Hopefully it's only about 15 to 20 minutes, but that's what I wanted to talk about today. I hope that helped you today though. Let's recap this. So 15 focused minutes is enough to drive change. That's a big deal. Huge deal, right? 15 minutes. Again, I still feel like I'm relieved a little bit. Like I feel really good about that. It's not about having time, it's about making effort. So you do see a lot of these workouts online where it's like your butt, for your abs, for your chest, for your shoulders. I'm a full body guy. I love doing full body movements. I think you can do full body every day. That's just my personal opinion. You may argue with me if you're a fit pro listening to this, but I just feel like in this day and age, I can kick my butt every single day, 15 to 20 minutes. If you want to go longer than that, that's a whole nother discussion, baby. But I'm just keeping it simple here. But it's not about having time, it's about making effort. So effort's always going to be that. So just think about that. So here's your challenge. I got a challenge for you. I want you to try 3 15-minute workouts this week. Commit and then track how you feel with it. Track how you feel. If you get a chance, please subscribe to this. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast app, everywhere. You can pretty much everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. Please comment too if you have any questions. If you feel like, hey man, I think you should talk about this. I think you should talk about that. Great, I'd love to talk about it. So, and also go and check out our Instagram page. Our handle is at Bustos Training, BUSTOS Training. There's so much content there. If you have any questions, you can always click the link in the bio. We have a free blueprint that we'll send to you. That way you can actually see what we do and what we do well. So I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you so much for listening. So stop waiting for the perfect hour. Use the 15 minutes you've got and then just make it count. That's what you got to do. You just have to make it count. So I think that's a big, big deal. So yeah, what do you think?